You never truly know someone until they don't get what they want. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing well. If you haven't already, please subscribe, comment, like and share this video if you enjoy it, and let's get right into it. Right, sometimes you never really know someone until they don't get what they want. You've probably heard this before, or you may have actually experienced where you feel like somebody changes because you've not given them what they want. That may be, for example, in a relationship where you're not giving up to their needs, where you're not, you're not settling for what they need, or maybe you're going through a divorce and you feel like the person that you once knew is no longer that person, and you don't actually recognize that person. That's because people 100% themselves when they're going through a crisis, and that's when you truly get to know somebody. The greatest test towards your friendships, your business partners, your business, your relationship is when they're going through a crisis. How do you hold up when you're having a situation? How do those people respond? For example, when you're having the biggest disagreements in your life, you're having the biggest arguments, whatever that may be, how do they respond? Are they so quick to undermine you? Are they so quick to say the worst words, the most disgusting words under the sun? Are they able to truly, be irrational and try and hide behind the fact that they're angry, behind the fact that they're upset? You never really know how far someone is willing to go when they're upset, and usually people tend to try and backtrack and come back and say, I was angry, I didn't mean it. But if you have it in you, this is a drastic example, but if you're angry at your friend, your parents, your business partners, you don't go as far as betraying them, regardless of how angry you are at them. If you're the type of person, then that's truly who you are. That means you don't really care for that person. That means you're not very authentic. Anyone can be great when times are good. People can tell you they're there for you when times are good. People can tell you they'll always be there when times are great. When you're successful, you'll be surprised at how many people are around you. When you seem like you're doing well, you'll be surprised at how many people will act like they have your back, will act like they're there to support you. Whatever you need, they're there. However, when something drastic happens and you're no longer as successful, you no longer seem like you have it all, or maybe you're having the worst time of your life, maybe you're having a mental breakdown, maybe you're whatever it is, maybe your health is deteriorated, whatever it may be, if your life no longer seems the way as glamorous as it used to be, you'll be surprised at how many people will still be there to have your back, how many people will still go above and beyond for you. You have to pay attention to people that just want what they can from you, and if they can't have that, they're on to the next level. So it's important to be able to analyze how someone reacts in a crisis. There's a thin line between saying something out of character and going as far and beyond as destroying somebody just because you're angry. Pay attention to how people react when you're going through a crisis. Do they hold you? Do they still have their integrity? Do they still respect you? Do they still, yes, they're mad at you, but they still respect you. Yes, they're mad at you, but they're not destroying your character. They're not destroying who you are. And also, how far and beyond do they go for you when you don't even ask for your help? How do they recognize that you're going through a situation? Those are the people that you should absolutely keep around. Those are the people that should be around you, because that's a true test of how someone really cares for you and how someone has your best interests at heart. Being able to deal with a crisis in a respectful way, being able to deal with a crisis in a way that you both respect each other, you both care for each other, no matter the outcome. For example, in a relationship, if you truly cared about someone and you had their best interests at heart, the breakup would never really get ugly. So it's important to be able to get to know how people function, how people cope when things aren't going well. That doesn't necessarily mean with you, but with other people. How do they react with other people when they're in a crisis, when they're confronting those people? Do they reach for the absolute low blow, or do they still hold themselves up with integrity and keep it moving? So pay attention to how your team, the people that you're surrounding yourself with, act when they're in a crisis, or when somebody else is in a crisis. That will tell you their true character. You might even learn a lot about yourself from how you're dealing with people in a crisis. Sometimes you might not realize that you're the one that is reaching for low blows. You're the one that's not staying true to yourself. You're going above and beyond to destroy people just because you're angry. I actually feel like your anger shouldn't change how your respect and loyalty for somebody. You can still be loyal to somebody, but it doesn't mean that you have to be involved with them. You can still respect somebody, but it doesn't mean you should be involved with them. So make sure that you're still being respectful, staying loyal to yourself and those around you when you're going through a crisis. That's the only way you can truly become a better you. It may mean that, you know, practicing this a little bit more. It may mean that, you know, really trying to restrain yourself. You shouldn't really overreact and do things you regret. Just stay true to yourself and analyze your situations, analyze all your relationships in life and how those people react in a crisis, and you truly know who's for you, who has your best interest at heart. Part of becoming a better version of yourself is making sure you've got the right people surrounding you. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.